Hello everybody, Flick here. It's time for yet another Let's Look At, and today we are taking a look at Lumo by Gareth Noyce under the publisher name, or I guess indie dev name of Triple E with a question mark. Which I must admit, it's a unique company name, but Triple E doesn't exactly roll off the tongue. Anyway, and also kind of brought to you in part by Rising Star Games, which kind of look for diamonds in the rough, I guess you could say. Anyway, this is an early copy I've been sent by a PR company in the UK. I played it for about an hour off camera. We are going to start a fresh game though, so I don't spoil any of the later puzzles. It's puzzles rather. It's a retro puzzle platformer, I guess is how I would describe it, but it's easier to just show you. So let's just jump in, and hopefully it will give me a choice to go into my other game. Also, it's a little bit loud. Can I not turn it down from in here? Do I have to? Alright, bear with me 1 second while I just go outside of my game to OBS, turn that down a little bit. It still seems a bit loud, but the game itself doesn't have as loud music as this menu. So let's go to play game, and it hopefully will let me new game. I won't continue my other one, and we have... Oh god, that just got super loud. Come on now. Hang on. Turn it way down. It's still super loud. I will go over... Well, you can see on the bottom there what the difference is between these two. Old school is essentially permadeath. Let's get into the game so it's a bit quiet. We'll do save game 2. I'm genuinely curious if this actually makes any difference, so we're going to play as a girl and we're going to pick pink. I do actually want to talk about this. Hang on, I will turn it way down because it feels like I'm having to shout here. That's better. Okay, so this is an important bit here. I just went with the default, which is diagonal movement on the keys shown here. But you can also change the orientation, and now that I've gotten into, like, after say the 40-minute mark, the puzzles require much more intricate jumping, so I feel like maybe this wasn't the best choice for me. Maybe this would be better. However, I am used to this, so I'm going to use it. You can just quickly test it if you want. So the test here, you can see I'm pressing, well, it wants to use arrow keys, right? But I'm using WASD. So W is moving me along that axis, S is moving me along this axis, and that's A and D. And then space is jump. And it does actually make a difference to your in-game character. It doesn't make a difference to your... Like, the reason I picked the lady is because I was curious if it would make any difference at all to my in-game character. Visually, the only thing that's changed is the colour. So picking the male or female starting character doesn't matter. But anyway, let's actually get in. We'll just go with that. We'll play. And we'll see the setup to the game, which is that you're going to kind of like a retro fair, something like that. There's a sign here somewhere that will tell you. This isn't indicative of what the game actually looks like, incidentally. What does that say there? Gone to Camel? But you come here to look at the retro stuff, the retro arcade games and consoles, and one of them kind of sucks you in. You become digitized. Missing! Have you seen this duck? We'll look for it later. So let's head into the house here. Open day, that's the word I was looking for. So it's a retro game, kind of open day, and as I thought, now that we're in the game, the volume has gone way down, so let me just turn it back up a little bit. Okay, that's still probably too low, but I'll wait until I'm actually in the game proper. There's some references here, and there's some great music in the background. Do you hear that? That's Pimp My Spectrum, that well-known game from the past. There's nothing really we can do here. This is all just kind of fluff until we go to the very back here. We've got Balls Up and Neutrino and Uar Kung Fu Fighting Farmers, which sounds amazing, and an 8-bit teleporter. But what's actually important here is the broken old... Looks like Commodore 64 almost, actually, that keypad. So the Spec Eye is busted, and it brings us in here. Ooh, that gets super loud. I didn't actually twig when I was playing this off camera that there didn't seem to be any in-game audio options. Maybe I was just missing them. Let's have another look. No. Okay, well that's one genuine complaint I didn't realise was a thing. Give me the option to edit individual bits of the volume. The sound effects are way too loud compared to the music, that kind of stuff. Anyway, so now we're in proper. This is what we look like. And we do have a jump, although it's tiny to start with, but we will very soon get a much bigger one. It's just to force you to learn about the other mechanics first, more or less. And this is how the game looks. The proper game, not that stuff at the start. You go through these rooms. It reminds me a lot of how Vagrant Story on the PS1, PS2? PS1 was kind of displayed. same kind of room transitions, and they kind of just look like rooms floating in places. So we want this book, but we can't get it because we have no jump. So we have to go and find a jump, which I believe is this way. Yes, we need to avoid this trap, which is also too loud in comparison to everything else. So just spin with it and come in here. I think I'd rather be able to talk than constantly be drowned out, so I'll just... You might just have to put up with just hearing me more so than the game. That still seems okay. So yeah, this is forcing you to learn the basics of movement because you have no jump yet. Simple enough. It's also to get used to whatever orientation you picked. And through here, I think we're at our destination now. No, not quite. One more room. In here. Alright, it's up here. I forgot you started with such a bad jump. And through here. And this is teaching you that semi-see-through blocks disappear when you stand on them. Let's see if I can do this first try. Shouldn't be too hard. Just gotta have patience. Here we are. Alright, good. So you will be seeing this video, by the way, on the 24th of May, which is release day for the game. I don't have a price to give you yet. I wasn't told one via the email correspondence I got, and at present of the time of me recording this, there's no price listed on the Steam Store page, so I can't give you any kind of value proposition here. You're just going to have to... Oh, also they've added achievements since the last time I played, because I didn't unlock that last time, and I just did now. So now we have a proper jump. Yeah, as I was saying, it's up to you to decide whether you like the look of something here. I suspect if you played certain types of games when you were younger, this will strike a chord with you that it won't in... I hate using this word because it's usually got negative connotations at the moment, but millennials. They're not going to get as much value out of this game, I feel, because they won't have the nostalgia factor. But that's not to say that they wouldn't be interested in it. There is some puzzles here. The jumping puzzles get very, very difficult. And so I haven't really found any puzzles that involve too much thinking. It's more so get through these jumping puzzles, get through these push puzzles, hit a switch, that'll do something in a previous room, go back there, work out, say, how to do a conveyor belt puzzle. That's the extent I found so far, and also some kind of like bubble bouncing puzzles where you can't just stand on a bubble, you've got to make sure you're constantly bouncing at the exact right time. So it's not a puzzle game where you're sitting and doing math equations, let's put it that way. So we just got our journal here, which we'll keep track of over here, our collectibles. And also down here, well, sorry, no, collectibles are down here. These items are cartridges, and I'm not sure what purpose they serve because I haven't filled it yet in my other save file. Presumably they will open up new areas, or perhaps that's just the end goal. But our goal in the meantime is to get that key, although... Was there something back here? Oh, right, we don't have a map yet. Yeah, you have to find the map. I don't think there was anything back here, was there? This is just the room we started in. Yeah. I have terrible sense of direction, that's why I need a map. Let's go through here. So also the game will be launching on multiple platforms. This is just the PC version on Steam that I am currently playing, but it's also available as a Mac version. It's available on Vita, PS4 and Xbone. And as far as I'm aware, the release date for all of those are the same. So now we're getting introduced into the pushing blocks puzzle. JR plus BD was ear. Can I examine those? No. Oh, I've totally forgot to mention you can use Q and E to turn ever so slightly. I haven't really had the need to use that yet though. Alright, so now we've got a few different ways we can go. Let's go up here first. I don't remember which way was the right way. Ah, now these puzzles, well, it's not really a puzzle. These obstacles irritate me. Because you've got to make them jump up. And then you've got to try and jump over them. Why can't you just do a jump instantly? Because of this. They poke up as soon as you try and do the jump. So you've got to do that. Oh, no, you've not got to do that. This is why I hate these. I hate them with a passion. There we are. When I first got there, I thought, alright, I'm going to have to wait until I get a bigger jump or something. But no, you just have to have very precise timing, and I didn't like the timing that was required. And we'll take this elevator up and go to a different area. The game looks nice. I like the lighting, the shadow casting. The individual rooms are nice, and occasionally you'll come across one that's just got a little bit of flavour, like that one that had the two skulls. Ah, right, so that was one of the cartridges. A picture of a squirrel. So that was one out of however many. Yeah, unknown total amount. As far as I'm aware, there's no way to... Oh, hang on. Nope, there's no audio settings in there. Yeah, there's no way to, like, listen to the cassette or play a minigame or anything like that. I'm also curious, will this just kill me? Nope. Okay, good to know. So I liked the upping of the challenge, although, again, it's mostly jumping puzzles and things like that, so you might find it frustrating to fail jumping puzzles over and over. But if you're not playing in old school mode, you have infinite lives anyway, so you will do it eventually. Alright, so this is a new type of puzzle. This block will disappear when you jump on it, and then if you jump again, you resummon it, like so. So what you want to do is kind of make a pillar like that. Oh, I should not be inside this barrel. There we go. So let's see, how do you do this one again? This is, oh yes, a simple pushing one. Push that to make a bridge, push the other one to let me get up to the door. So how do I feel about Lumo after playing it for an hour and then plus what I'm doing here? I do honestly prefer thinking puzzles more so than jumping puzzles. Nothing is particularly wrong with the game bar the lack of definable audio options. It plays fine. It looks okay. It's just, I did find it a little bit boring, I must admit. So that's just got the map now. And we are currently in this room here. So, if we go up there, I want to remember what that is. I believe we can't get to it yet because we haven't done something, but I need reminded what that something is. Yeah, there's nothing offensively wrong with it at all. It just didn't quite grab me very much. Ah, yes, we need a spanner. Also, once again, the sound effect in this particular room is way too loud compared to everything else. But if this is your bag, if it's from a nostalgia angle or you just like the look of it, by all means check out the link in the description box below, which I'll link to the Steam store page. I don't know what price it is at present. What would I consider fair? My usual range. My usual range is like £8 in British currency. Or, you know, your regional equivalent. I would say that's fair. If you're at all concerned about value for money, wait until some reviews. Oh, there we are. Because I have no estimation of the total length of the game at present. What does that say there? It says charge, I think. Anyway, we can go up this elevator and we get some nice elevator music. I swear that says hold my hentai at some point. Anyway, there is the spanner that we needed. I have tested poking that robot, it kills you. Oh, I didn't actually realise landing on toasters also killed you. Damn toasters. Can I just walk out? No. See, the sense of humour of that little bit, I like that. I wish the game had more of that, but maybe they felt that if they, if they laid it on too thick, it'd get tiring really quick. And I could see that as being a fair worry. But yeah, I would have preferred more character. I think that's what it's missing. But anyway, let's go do the spanner thing. I don't have much more to say really, and I would just be showing off solutions to the various puzzle rooms. And they are all kind of like, which order do you shove things in? How do you do this jump so that you don't fall to your death, that kind of stuff, and I don't really want to spoil that, so I think we'll keep this one kind of short. So there we go, we started up one of the conveyor belts, it's super loud, and that means we can go solve that puzzle in that room, wherever that is. I believe it was to the right of the room where we had the 4 options. But yeah, oh, and also now we've activated these pipes, which is another type of puzzle that will come into play later on more. But this has been Lumo by Triple E, which I believe is a one-man company, I guess. I don't know for sure. If you're interested and want more information, check out the link I'll put in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. Ta-ta for now.